Hello everyone, and welcome to The Bright Side. I'm your host, Alec Hansen. On today's episode, we have the housing market regaining losses, coaching from the incredible René Rodriguez, and hundreds of golden retrievers meeting up? Yeah, that's gonna be amazing. That plus tips and tricks on when to jump into trends on social media. Let's take a look at The Bright Side.
Legacy, my destiny is up to me. Fighting through these troubled lives, victory shall arise. This market shall pass away. I choose positivity. Open up the blue skies. This is the bright side.
First up, mortgage delinquency rates have fallen to a record low in Q2, which could have some correlations to a strengthening job market. That's great news, signifying that the economy and people are landing on their feet. This is one of those acceptable times to say something has fallen and we hope it doesn't get up. Foreclosure starts dropped in July, the first time in 3 months. And we all know foreclosure is rough, whether it's losing that home or having to have that awkward conversation with your ex. Get it? Foreclosure. Who writes this? This guy. Last but not least, the US housing market has regained nearly $3 trillion in home value that was wiped out last year. $3 trillion? That's enough to buy 120 billion gumballs, or one college tuition. And those are our top stories. Now we take you to Alec in the field. It's not Alec B for obvious reasons, but we know another investigative reporter that can do as good a job, maybe even better. Alec Noir, how are we looking out there?
Gray and dreary. It's all bad. Because everything's...
Okay, moving on. Now it's time for tips and tricks with Alex Hansen. Over to you, Alex. You know what, bro? Fine. I'm French now. My name is spelled A-L-E-X-C, and the X is silent. It's pronounced Alec. Bonjour. Welcome to America now, Alex. Over here, we pronounce the X. For today's tips and tricks, we're talking trends. Say that 3 times fast. Social media trends can boost your visibility and your reach, but not all trends are worth chasing. Here are 6 tips and tricks to help you make the right decision. If you're hunting for trends in the first place, check out trending audios on Reels and TikTok. To find them on TikTok, you can either go to the Creative Center or just type in viral sounds in the search bar. If you use that audio, be sure to tag it so other people can more easily find your content. And timing is key. If you're gonna jump on a trend, make sure to do it quickly before it fades to irrelevance. Similarly, prioritize relevance. And if you can find a way to connect the trend to your target audience, even better. If not, it'll just confuse your audience. So move along. Authenticity matters. If a trend doesn't feel right or forces you to be someone you're not, skip it. Your audience can sense genuineness. Plus, it builds trust. Plan ahead. Create a content calendar full of evergreen content, but leave some space in there to take advantage of trends as they come along. Here's a screenshot to help you out. Back to you, Alec. Thanks, Alex. Folks, we can all use a pep talk from time to time. Good news, that time is now. We've got transformational leader and coach René Rodriguez. He's the go-to authority on leadership and influence. And he's been using behavioral neuroscience to tackle challenges in leadership, sales, and change for an impressive 27 years. As a best-selling author and a keynote speaker, René knows how to get things done and inspire action. And now he's here to inspire you. Take it away, René.
Thanks, Alec. So here's my message. It's basically summed up in this short story about the South Indian monkey trap. Basically, there was an infestation in South India of these monkeys. They couldn't do anything to get rid of these monkeys. I mean, they were clowning people left and right, getting close to them and just squirming away, hanging from trees, and they couldn't get rid of them. So somebody came up with this idea. Says, well, we know how monkeys are. We know that they're stubborn. So what they did is they hollowed out these coconuts and they chained them to a tree, and they knew that the monkeys liked rice. And so what they did was they put a little pile of rice, that the only way to get to that rice was to put their hands through the coconut and grab the rice. Now, the moment that they grabbed the rice, they made a fist. And that fist would not fit back through the hole. But because the monkeys were so stubborn, they wouldn't let go of the rice, and they were caught. All they had to do to get out of the situation was to let go. And they didn't, because they were too stubborn. That was their nature. So what does that story mean to us? A lot of times when we find ourselves in situations like this, now there's people that are saying we're in a horrible situation, this is horrible. There's some people saying this is the best time of our life. The difference between the two is perspective. I can make a case as to why this is a horrible time. I can make a case right now as to why my personal life is horrible. I can make a list of all these things that are going wrong. In fact, I did this with my son. And I told him this list, and he's like, whoa, Dad, I'm sorry, is everything okay? I'm like, hold on a second. And then I made another list of why my life is fantastic. And he's like, oh my God, this is incredible. And he was like, well, which one is real? I said, well, they're both real. I said, it doesn't matter which one's real. It matters which one affects my life and my decisions. And I said, to me, they're both real. I go, but I want to focus on the opportunity because there's massive opportunity right now. And so when we think about that South Indian monkey trap, the lesson for me isn't it that we need these new bright ideas, but sometimes we have to let go of old ways of thinking and old ways of doing things to embrace a new approach. If we think back to, well, interest rates used to be, you might be holding on to that piece of rice, instead of embracing the fact that right now is an incredible time to buy, that real estate is the fastest way to grow net worth. I mean, think about it. The net worth of a homeowner is $255,000 versus that of a renter, which is about $6,200. I mean, this is an incredible time to be in real estate, but if you're holding on to the old ways of thinking, the old interest rates, you're going to be stuck in that old way of thinking, and you're probably going to be behaving the same. This is one of the reasons I love The Bright Side, because it does put in our face the reality that there is so much positive stuff going on. Unfortunately, the mainstream media doesn't make money on that, and we are the ones paying the price. So I say, let's let go of the rice. Let's let go of the current mainstream media and the old interest rates, and let's embrace and make room for new things, new ideas, so we get new results. It's been an honor to be here, and I hope to see you again soon. Let's let go of that rice.
Thanks, Renee. And now, with our mystery envelope, it is time for our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had 2 good ones in a row, so I'm optimistic. First podcast, and then making TikToks, and now reviewing your posts. Okay, I'm sorry. It actually says not reviewing your posts. We were on such a good streak. Yeah, okay, I'll keep going, fine. You're making content, and you know what's better than making it good? Making it fast. Why waste time proofreading your ad campaign? Spending time and effort seems like a contradiction. And who cares if your text cuts off? You're just trying to ask if someone's hungry. The point is, it doesn't matter. Even if 59% of people avoid buying from businesses with obvious spelling errors, because you're here for the other 61%. Is that math right? We're certainly not checking. Not reviewing your posts, because winging it has never gone badly for anybody, ever. Just like you're gonna be winging it if you keep giving me this crap right. Okay. But enough of that. It's time to focus on good news with The Bright Side worldwide. What's good, Al Chanson? Talking about what's good is exactly my job, Alec. I'm Al Chanson, and I'm here to brighten your day with The Bright Side worldwide. We look at good news from the housing industry and beyond, and today we're looking at beyond. Recently, hundreds of golden retrievers gathered in Scotland to celebrate the breed's 155th birthday, or in dog years, birthday number 1085. The first golden retriever puppies were born in the Highlands, so gathering in Scotland was sort of like a family reunion. If your family could be distracted with sticks, happy birthday golden retrievers, the #1 breed at basketball. Check this out. What was once the largest landfill in Latin America is now a thriving mangrove forest. At nearly 150 acres, the Jardim Gramacho landfill in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil was massive. Over 113 soccer fields, massive. Except they called them football fields there. After the landfill was decommissioned 11 years ago, nature has been returning. Today, the forest stretches out more than 120 acres and is the largest mangrove area of the bay. To clarify, a mangrove is a type of tree, not where you go to watch the game with your boys. We hope those mangroves keep man-growing. Next up, if you enjoy TikTok dancing done right, look no further than Grandma Nat. She's not just a licensed real estate agent. She can also bust a move and make us smile while doing it. By combining her dancing with real estate info and details on houses she's selling, she reaches and delights an audience of over 20,000 people. She's living proof that even in the housing industry, there is a place for TikTok dancing. Just do it right. And if you're in Kentucky and looking for an agent who knows how to boogie and how to sell houses, you know where to find her. Last but not least, in more good climate news, an infinitely recyclable plastic could help solve pollution problems. Unlike glass and aluminum, plastic can only be recycled 2 or 3 times before it becomes unstable. But researchers at the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory, go Bears, have developed an infinitely recyclable plastic known as polydicatonium. PDK. We're calling it PDK. It's engineered from microbes, which to my chagrin are not very, very tiny robes that your fingers can wear. Scientists look forward to PDK's many uses, including adhesives, flexible items such as computer cables or watch bands, or even building materials. Congrats to your Apple Watch band on becoming immortal. Now back to you in the studio, Alec. Thanks for the good news, Al. The only bad news is that we've reached the end of our episode. But don't worry, there's more good news coming soon. I'm Al Chanson.
I'm Alec Noir.
It's pronounced Alec. And I'm Alec Hansen.
Who's in the field now?